Hi everybody, I figured I'd do this video and show you guys a little bit of my big tank that I'm cycling. This is CJ's fish room, and as you guys have noticed, I kind of cut out my logo and the song that goes to some of my videos and some because sometimes I just decide, that everybody needs a break from hearing the theme song. Plus I might actually redo my theme song to my videos. So to everybody who has seen part of my playlist with the CJ's Fish Room theme and logo, yeah, some of them I haven't put it in, and yeah, it's different, but it's basically day 2 of my 55 gallon doing its job, basically more or less going through its cycling. And I'm actually trying out a new product that I actually looked online, and it seems pretty cool. And I've used the same brand but other types of products by this brand. I'm using Seachem Stability to cycle my tank. It takes 7 days. On the bottle it actually says that. So yeah, something different. But right now I'm just like heating my oven for my supper, and I'm in my fish room getting ready for a really cool time of the day, which is feeding of my fish. And I'm gonna start feeding them, and eventually I'm gonna actually get some new food in, because I've ordered food, but being as it is Good Friday, everything's kind of closed and it sucks, because I'd love to honestly right now have my food in, have an actual shipment of shrimp pellets for my Corridoras, but I'm waiting on that. It's just been ordered and I'm waiting for it to ship. It's here in Canada. So yeah, let's get to the feedings. I actually have a new Corridora fry that was actually born, so I'm excited about that. I like the fact that, I have good fry. So let's get to the feedings, shall we? Okay, I have some in here. Some on the outside. A little bit of dust in there. And they all like that. I also have babies in there that are going to be fed. A little bit at a time. There's a lot of babies, so I'm just like dusting a little bit. Some in there too, outside. Some babies are outgrown the fry basket, and that's some of my fry that have overgrown some of it. I usually feed a fair bit because my Corys right now don't have their nice shrimp pellets, so that's one of the things I honestly want to do, is give my fish the best diet. I feed them very sparingly, because if you feed a fish a good amount of food, it will keep growing, and I want my fish to grow. I want them to grow nicely, and to do that, you need a lot of good nutrients, and you got to keep everything perfect for them. They want a pristine environment, and the environment I want to give them is very pristine. I want their environment to be wonderful, to have all the benefits that it needs. One of the biggest benefits I want to have for my fish is to give them at least a good amount of food. As for my other fish right now, my Corys, they're kind of going through. The bottom tank I've kept fairly cool because I'm trying to keep stimulating their own breeding so I can have more of them, because as soon as my big tank is actually done going through its cycle, I actually do plan to put like some of my fish into there Like recently I've only got like maybe 6 fish. One died, sadly. Rest in peace, little zebra Daniel. But I ended up also getting one more Julie for my Julie Corridora on the top, which are a Brazilian catfish that are found in the Amazon. And they pretty much were just like 3 of my pandas and 2 female Julies. Now it's got a male, so now they actually have a new friend, and I can possibly breed them successfully. As for the pandas, they've breeded twice now, and they haven't bred before from 2006 till, not too long ago. So they got at least a good 2 breedings in with their laying of eggs, and I've seen about 2 or more fry hatch that I'm raising. And I'm very happy about that, because to me, I want my hatching to be good, and I want my fry to actually survive. I also have in my tank about 4 of the swordtails, 1 female, 3 males right now. I'm eventually going to expand upon them. I have 2 mollies right now, a female and a male. I have about a bunch of guppies, I have fry and stuff that are growing. There are some males and females. I usually sell fish locally in Ottawa because I haven't quite found a way to actually ship fish and put a cost to what it would cost to ship them, because I haven't really got to that point. Plus I'd have to figure a way to ship them, and that could be very expensive if you actually don't have the right channels to actually ship out fish and get them to your customers. I usually like locally because it's easier for me to deliver, and all my customers that actually do ask for fish usually can be guaranteed their fish will be delivered live. They won't die in the post or by being couriered to the location that the person lives. And for me, I also bus a lot, so that gives me at least somewhat a fairly dependable delivery method for some people. Other people can actually come to the fish room that are actually looking to buy, that want to actually inspect such. But right now my fish room is in an uproar because I had a 75 gallon tank stand pretty much implode. It pretty much collapsed from the inside out. So that really sucked. I actually had it for a few years now, and yeah, it didn't last long. So right now I'm just like starting from scratch. As you can see, the tank stand used to be there, but we are a Canadian fish room. Oh, Canada, proud to be Canadian and proud to own all the good stuff. Canada is a great place. As most people know, Canadians are very friendly and everything, but that's another topic for another time and another YouTube channel. Sorry. But yeah, I basically have some really beautiful fish. As you can see, my fish are great. And earlier I uploaded a video of my new baby panda that hatched. I'm hoping more do eventually too. But I love my little pandas. They're very fun to have. I recommend Corridoras if you're a fish fan that has a fish tank or a fish room that are looking for a catfish that does not grow too big and does not look too small. They're about right size. They can vary in size. The smallest known to fish breeders / collectors are the pygmy Corridora. They're the world's smallest Corridora. They actually don't grow that big. Or if you want a fish that does not breed a huge amount of eggs, I would recommend my panda corydoras. They're usually very, very small, and they don't really give much eggs. At most they can maybe give you about 5 to 10 if you're lucky. Sometimes maybe a little bit more, but not by much. But if you want a big breeder, I would recommend the bigger fish that I have. I'll actually show you guys the bigger ones that you can get. If you look carefully, these are some of the bigger ones you can get. Sorry you guys, but these are some of the bigger ones you can actually get. Very much. These are albinos and peppered corydoras, and the smaller ones that I have are also fairly big. They're Sturbe corydoras that are newly gotten. I actually had got them yesterday, and I've always wanted to have them. They're like one of those fish that I really wanted so badly, because I actually kind of like the fact that they're almost like a penguin color, because they have their fins on the sides kind of a yellowish orange, like a penguin, like emperor penguin or something close to that. You know, it's just a fish that baffles me, and I love the fact that they breed so nicely, and their babies turn out really nice too. So yeah, I have live bears and egg layers. I also have my other fish that lay eggs, which are my zebra danios, but I haven't actually got to breed them yet. But I'm not giving up on them. And they're very nice, you know. I like to have my fish very happy, very prosperous. I also like the fact that, you know, my fish should never really have to worry too much about going hungry. They always have good water, good everything, you know. And eventually, once they get big enough, they're gonna be finding new homes for people that actually purchase them. Because eventually I want to look into getting my fish population back and getting all my fish to actually congregate, and I can have some new tanks. Because the biggest thing I want to do is slowly introduce my fish to the new tank once it's done, which is hopefully going to be Wednesday. But I want to actually start slowly introducing my fish to the 55, so I can actually have a bigger tank for them. Because with my fish, they need to have a stable environment, and yeah, I can't wait to actually move them into the big boy. And I have to get another light for the side, because word to the wise, some light bulbs are not as good as they seem. I usually don't use anything too fancy, you know. Currently I'm just using GE brand daylights from Walmart, you know, nothing really wow, but they still work just the same as buying like these big brands like Aqueon, or the other ones like, you know, getting something like Aquaglow and stuff like that. Like, that's expensive. So you tend to want to have a better sense of things, and you tend to also want to do your research on your bulbs for your lights. Me, right now, I'm using T8s. I like fluorescent, personally. You can get them in different styles. I haven't decided yet what kind of bulb I want to put in. Part of me is leaning towards having one side that's like a bluish color to give the bubbles a look that's like blue, but currently I haven't really decided yet if I'm gonna do like one side daylight and the other side night. But I'm thinking about it, you know. It's a thought. It would look kind of cool and kind of different. And it'd give me like the two different spectrums. So right now I'm just like kind of more or less pricing stuff, thinking, you know, doing what I can. But I'll give you guys an update when I actually get around to figuring out the light situation and whatnot. So have a good time. Show some guppy love, swordtail love, Cory love, zebra Daniel love. you know, and some molly love, because I actually have some really beautiful mollies that are in here. So for me and my fish room, happy Good Friday, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and keep on coming back, because there's plenty more to come in the next few weeks to months. So I promise I will try to do as much videos as I can on this fish room as it slowly evolves. Thanks for watching. Have the wonderfulest day you can, and think fish.